Hey everybody, I am back from my 2-week trip to Florida. I went to Disney World and Universal with family. We had a great time. As you can see, I lost my glasses on one of the rides. Um, I was not wearing them, okay? It was in my bag and somehow it fell out as I was getting out of the ride or whatever. So yeah, it's making it interesting. But yeah, we had a great trip. Got a little Mickey hat, Steamboat Willie. So yeah, we had a fun time. I shared some pictures with everybody. But okay, so today I wanted to go over. There was quite a bit of interesting movement in the markets while I was on vacation. Obviously, I was monitoring it. I like watching the charts. I like kind of seeing what the market's doing, especially when we're talking Eazybot, because I know that we're making profit no matter what's going on in the markets. But if you watched my last video, my last update video and breakdown video of Eazybot, we were trading a little more aggressively with CRV USDT. The CRV, I was the last coin that I added to trade with. So if you haven't watched that video, it's the last one from 2 weeks ago that I uploaded where I started that with a little under $200 and I kind of set it up to trade a little more aggressively on that. And I'll get into the breakdown. I'll show you the settings that I've got going right now. I actually adjusted that a little more aggressively while I was on vacation and uh, because I just want to test that. I want to use Eazybot's their uh, preset trading strategies, and then I want to trade a little more aggressively because I know that I'm going to be putting new money in every. I think I'm adding new money every week or whatever. I'm putting in a few $100s a month into Eazybot, creating Eazybot as a savings account, which you guys have probably heard. But what I wanted to start with here today is from commissions. I withdrew 106 here yesterday, got paid 104. There's a $2 fee anytime you're withdrawing from Eazybot. So the first thing we want to do is, and in KuCoin is where I'm going to be trading a lot because you can come in with a lot less funds to get started on a coin. So the first thing you have to do, and I know I've showed this in the other videos, but I'm just going to do it. When crypto hits your KuCoin account, it's sitting in your main account, and you need to get it over into your trading account so that Eazybot can actually use it to trade. So we're going to do that real quick. We're going to hit transfer here, and then we're transferring from. Let's hit that in the middle there. We're transferring from main account to trading account. And then we're going to click all. There's 104 that's going to go in there. And then we're going to click confirm. Okay, so now you can see I have 303.36 trading for me now because I added that money. So that's great. So let's go over here to um, the charts here real quick so we can kind of see what's been going on. Let me let that load here. Running, sorry about that. Computer's running a little slow here. Okay, so we can see here my beginning trade on my last trade session. So here, like I say, somewhere I can't quite remember which day I adjusted this. Again, I was kind of doing this on the fly while we were on vacation, but I adjusted this to trade 10% at a time trade. I'm going a lot more aggressively, purely for the fact that I know that I'm going to be adding new money in, guys. So understand this. So, some people have kind of, I've gotten some feedback. Oh, 3, 4, 5% a month off of Eazybot. That's I've had people say it's laughable. It's a joke. It's not. It's really not. But if you're that impatient person, right? If you're somebody who wants to trade more aggressively, what I love about Eazybot is they give you that ability, and I'm going to show you exactly how to do that here in a little bit. So I'm testing the more aggressive strategy, you guys, to see kind of how that works. But understand, if you trade more aggressively, you have to be prepared to put more capital in. There's a ton of bots out there, guys. They're all over the place. And the problem with all of them is the ones that bring in a higher ROI than Eazybot is they get stuck easier, right? So it's the same with Eazybot. Like if we start trading more aggressively, and exactly what happened here, I adjusted this right to a 10% per trade off of my capital. Well, guess what? It got stuck. That's what happens, guys. So that's the offset, and that's what I love about Eazybot and their strategy that Muhammad has built into it is it's built not to get stuck. It's slow and steady. So if you're somebody who wants to just kind of hands off and just let this thing build, treat this as a retirement, guys. Think about what this will be in a 5 or a 10-year period. Um, you can do that. Really, it's fairly hands off with their strategy. But again, like I say, if you're somebody who's a little more, you want to see higher gains per month, because you've been in Ponzi schemes online and you've seen 3% a day, 1% a day, whatever you're seeing out there that you think is legit, and these guys are miraculously making 20 or 30% in one of the worst market conditions ever. If you're comparing that to a legitimate trading like Eazybot, well, you got to readjust your thinking, guys. It's not real. It's not real. We've been down that road. You know, so understand that a legitimate 3, 4, 5% a month is incredible over time. But if you want to be more aggressive, that's okay, and that's what's great about Eazybot. So kind of what has happened since I set this up, and you know, immediately, I mean, it went down, what, almost 12.5% since my last trade session, right? So, with that being said, let me jump over here and we will go into the bot, and I'll give you a breakdown of how that's looking here. Okay, guys, so you can see here that out of the 196 that I had allocated for this coin, I've only got 3212 available to trade. So let's take a look at this. So you can see I had marked the chart when we started this trade on the 7th. Since then, it's been down. And just today here, looks like maybe 40 minutes ago or so, from when I'm recording this video, it actually sold the cover and got a little bit of funds back. So I was planning on, I should have done this yesterday to kind of show you guys, because it was stuck. It was down to, I think it only had a balance of about $11 left. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so this is a great update that Eazybot just did. This is really nice. We're just we're discovering this together, you guys. This is awesome. So you hover over and it shows you what is available and what is in the open trade. So what it's saying is our balance plus profit is 208.47 now. 176.25 is, excuse me, 176.25 is invested or is in open trades. Okay, so out of that, the remainder is 32.22 is available. So that's great. Awesome job that they did there, because then you can kind of understand, because I think people were getting confused on what was going on with the bounce there, but that's exactly what's happened. Is I've traded more aggressively, and so 176.25 of my, well, now it's 208.47 with the profits is in trades right now. So that's a great breakdown. So if we kind of look at, again, like I said, and I'll show you the settings. I'll show you how to adjust that here in a second. But the I set this up trading at 10% starting. You know, I'm trading much more aggressively than really you should with a bot. Admittedly, I'll say that I'm not sure if I'd recommend, but I want to just document everything that I'm doing for you guys so that you can follow along and see kind of how this is working out. But again, I'm going to say it one more time. I'm doing this with the understanding that I'm putting new money in, right? So if you only have $200 that you ever want to put into Eazybot, let's say $300 is their recommendation, then do not trade this aggressively, guys. You will get stuck in a trade. You absolutely will. The market is very likely going to go down considerably still from everything it's pointing at. We're really, we're under that. We just went over that 20,000 on Bitcoin again, but it's looking like it's going to break through that 19,000, and we're going to continue to go down here for a bit, right? So understand that. Don't if you only have a certain amount that you're going to put in, and you never want to put any new in, stick with Eazybot strategy, guys. That's going to be the best for you. But again, I'm trading more aggressively just so I can test some things, just so I can kind of be the guinea pig for you guys and kind of show you what a more aggressive strategy looks like with Eazybot and how that'll play out over 6 months, a year, or whatever, right? So we can see here on this trade session so far, it's made a $1.13. And like I say, just today, it's sold cover 4 and made a nice little bit of profit. So the great thing is, if we break this down, you guys, so let's do that here. So let me go back to the bot section so we can kind of see. Let that load here. Okay, so 196.09 is what I started this account with. It's just what I had available, you guys. And so I threw it in there. So if we pull up the calculator, so what we have to do is the profit of 1238 divided by 196, our total trade amount, equals, and then we do times 100. Okay, so in I've earned 6.31% in about 21 days, I think, or 22 days, I think, is where we're at on the point of recording this video. So that is the nice part. If you trade a little more aggressively, if you kind of adjust the settings, and I'll jump into that right now, you can get some good results, right? So that's the trade-off of setting it to trade more aggressively. It can work out for you, but again, you're going to get stuck. And so you can see, I mean, basically this balance I have right here only has enough for one more trade. So if the market goes against me, if it continues to drop down, I'm going to be stuck in this trade again. So today I am going to add that extra, what did we add? 104 in there. So I'm going to add that to my balance here so that I've got a little bit more money to play with. Okay, so, but what I want to do is, what I want to show you first is exactly how to adjust it if you want to. Again, don't do this. If you're new to trading, if you don't have a trading background, stick with the default strategy, guys. Please, if you start toying around with this, you're going to get stuck. You're not going to have a great user experience. So this is only us testing it together, me, documenting this process, kind of showing you what I'm doing. But all you have to do is unclick use default configurations, and you can come down here. And then right here is where I have it set to start my initial trade amount at a 10%. Okay. This is not recommended, guys. Understand this. If I didn't have more money that I was going to put in, I would not be doing this either. Right. So, and then, there's a lot that you can actually do with adjusting Eazybot. We're not going to get into that. I will be toying around with these settings later with another coin. But for right now, So you can adjust this starting balance to, the default configurations is 3.3% that it starts with, and then it goes from there and doubles up a little bit as it goes down. But that's the starting amount. So when I had started this on the 25th of last month, you can see here, let's go back to the 25th. Oh yeah, it was back here, I think. Yeah, this was my initial start. It worked quite well, right? Because you can see this was my first trade, and in a side trending market where there's plenty of down and up movement, right? And up into here, it worked well. I did very well on my percentage of ROI. And if it continues up from here, I'll do just fine, right? But if we get in a huge down movement again, you're trading too aggressively. You're going to run out of funds really quickly, because if we come back over here, you can see out of 196.09, it's trading $20.85 per trade, right? So how many trades? And you can see, we'll go back to the breakdown. That's only 4 trades that it's able to take if the market continues to drop down before it runs out of money. So that is not a long-term strategy, guys. It's not going to work long term. But again, in a side trending or an uptrending market, right, it would do extremely well, right? You would make really, really good money with it. But we are in a bear market, so understand that. But what I'm going to do here is I'm going to show you how to add. So I had moved over that 104. So we are going to go ahead and add that $104 to this, which will make it 309 right here, right? So anytime you're adding new money, you need to take the original balance you put in. Ignore your profits, guys. Don't get confused with that. Don't. You just need to do your original money that you put in plus the new money that you're putting in. Okay, so we're gonna adjust that out. 300. Oops. 300.09 is the new balance that we have funded, and then we click save. Okay, so now you can see there's 309 is the new balance in this amount. So if we go back into the coin itself, it should show a balance. There we go. Now we've got 136.22 available to trade, which will allow it to take a few more trades before it gets stuck. Now, again, hopefully we will see the market continue up here for a little bit so I can see a few more trades. But yeah, so keep that in mind that, if you're going to trade more aggressively, if you're going to toy around with, with this like I'm doing, you need to have money set aside ready to bring into Eazybot to continue to feed it. But again, not recommended, guys. I'm just showing you what I'm doing on this particular coin. I will probably readjust it down, admittedly, because what I want to do in my long-term goal with Eazybot is to have a diversification of having all the coins trading that they have in their portfolio. I think there's 19 as of right now. I want to have all those trading for me eventually. So I don't want to be stuck in a coin that I'm constantly have to fund, right? I want to be adding more coins. With reading articles, I've heard good things about Cardano is looking like a good option. Uniswap has done really well. So there's other coins that I want to add. Obviously, Ethereum, right, with their new merge, has been interesting. People expected things to go a little bit differently, I think. but it has some pretty big potential of going up big time. So if you haven't really, if you don't understand Ethereum and the merger, do some Google research on it. It's what I will say about it is it's switching from what I've seen is it's switching to a much less power consumption with proof of stake. So that could be a good thing over time. We could see a huge bull run with Ethereum in the next few months. So that might be one that I want to add here pretty soon. So anyways, guys, that's all I wanted to cover in this video today. Hopefully we'll see this market to continue to go up here. I don't think so. I think we're looking with Bitcoin. Let's just jump over this chart real quick. Again, I always, if you're new to my channel or if you've, just new to crypto investing, the markets basically follow what Bitcoin is doing. So even though I'm not trading Bitcoin right now, you have to have this chart because you have to kind of, if you don't have to follow charts like I do at all to use Eazybot. Let me correct myself there. That's what's great about Eazybot. You can know nothing, and you can be making a profit monthly with Eazybot just by setting it up and letting it do its thing. But because I do have a trading background, I really like to kind of monitor what the markets are doing and everything. Yeah, we're in an interesting swing here. This is a hard one to say whether we're going to have a turnaround, but we've clearly got a lot of people taking money off the markets right now. That's where these big dips are coming from right now. So the nice part, and I'll end with this, is with Eazybot, it really doesn't matter what the markets are doing, up or down, we're making a profit. So it's from coming from a trading background where you would have your emotions involved and you would be in a trade, or you'd have a signal to buy in. Let's say right here is a signal I used to use that a lot of times would end up doing quite well for me. But then all of a sudden, there's a huge sell-off of crypto that technical analysis just doesn't tell you, right? And then you would watch a trade that you're in, jump down, 14 or more percent, in a day or two. And there's a lot of emotions that come with that. And that's the challenge of being a full-time day trader. And you get to wipe all that away with Eazybot, you guys. It's incredible to be able to just let zero emotions. A bot does not have emotions. It doesn't take time off, all that, and just let it go to work. And what it's doing, it did not buy as this was going down. You guys understand that. It waited until there was an uptick in the market before it started buying again. So it takes all the emotions out of it. You're buying low, you're selling high automatically. So when you wrap your heads around that, when people get that you're doing exactly what the successful people who have created fortunes in the markets, you're doing that automatically with Eazybot. So what that becomes over a 5, 10, 15-year period of treating the market properly will do very, very well for you over time. So, okay, guys, well, I'm going to end there. But thank you for spending time with me today, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care.